Okay, guys, you should have 3 sheets of paper out. On the first sheet of paper, I want you to write this problem. Negative 3x plus 2 equals negative x minus 8. Okay, you will notice that there are variables on both sides. That's what we're going to be doing today, solving equations with variables on both sides. There's only one more step that we're going to have to do. We're going to have to get all the variables on one side. We can put them on either side, but what I want to do is all of us do it the same way, put them all on the left side until we get really good at it. So circle your x's. Draw your river. So right now, there's no coefficient for x, so we'll put a 1 in front of it. When there's no coefficient, it's a 1. So that's a negative 1x. So to delete it from this side, we're going to have to add 1x to both sides of the river, the equal sign. So we get negative 2x plus 2 equals negative 8. We've eliminated the negative 1x. Now we have a normal problem like we're used to solving. You have your variable plus 2 equals negative 8. So the next step would be to subtract 2. You get negative 2x equals, they're both negative, that will be negative 10. We're going to divide by negative 2. Remember, that's multiplying negative 2 times x, so we'll divide by negative 2 and get x equals 5. Now to check it, it will be a little different. We will put x in the left side, so get your calculator. We're going to put x in the left side, negative 3 times 5 plus 2. Enter. And you should have gotten negative 13. Then we're going to put negative 5 in the right side. So that is negative, and if we want to go ahead and do negative 1 times 5, you can, minus 8 equals negative 13. Or you could have just used the negative, put 5 in for x, minus 8. And you got negative 13 for both sides. So when you put 5 in for x, then that made both sides equal. The solution is x equals 5. If you have a negative in front of your variable, and let's say the solution was negative 5, then that would be the negative sign is already there, so the opposite of negative 5 would be 5. So think about that if that happens. Okay, let's write down another problem. X plus 5 equals 3x minus 1. Circle your x's, draw your river. We need to move these 3 x's, eliminate them from that side. So we are going to subtract 3x. Or we can say we're adding a negative 3x to both sides. Remember, the coefficient would be 1. 1 minus 3, negative 2x plus 5 equals -1. Now, here's our x, so we need to add a -5 to both sides, or we can say we're subtracting 5 to eliminate that. 5. We have remaining on the left side of the river, -2x equals -1 plus a -5 is -6. Now, that is multiplying, so we're going to divide by -2. So x equals 3. When you divide a negative by negative, remember you get a positive. So, to check it, we are going to put 3 in both sides to see if they equal. So 3 plus 5 is 8. We put it on the right side. 3 times 3 minus 1. 3 times 3 minus 1 is 8 also. So x equals 3. Okay. So we're just adding a step to these problems. The first thing you have to do is get the variables on one side. So put that to the side. Take another sheet of paper. You're going to write page 41 at the top. We're going to do page 41 first. It's on the back side. Page 41. Oh, you're going to write your problem. 8u equals 3u plus 35. Circle your u. Draw your river. We have u's on both sides of the river, so we need to eliminate this 3u right here. That's a plus 3u. So we're going to subtract 3u. 8 minus 3, 5u equals 35. We eliminated the 3u. And now, simple. That's multiplying. We have to divide. It equals 7. So you will put 7 in both sides of the equation. We all know 8 times 7 is 56, correct? So now we have to get 56 on the other side. 3 times 7 plus 35 equals 56. U is 7. So what you do is you take your 7, find 7 in your riddle, find 7, and you're going to put an O. Everywhere you see a 7. O. O. I see 3 O's. Do the riddle as you go. If your answer's not up there, then you're doing something wrong. Okay? That's how you're going to do the front. The back, page 41. All right? Now, on your third sheet of paper, if you have time to start this, and some will because you're going to be, after you get started on it, it gets easier. So page 37 now will be the front side. Page 37. Number 1. You're going to do 1 through 8 right now. 1 through 8 today. But we're just going to write them down. Well, no, I think if you have time, you can solve them. So on number 1, you're going to read it, and it says 2 more than 5 times the number is 77. 2 more than 5 times a number is 77. Remember, is where the equal sign goes. We've been working on that. So we're going to write 5n plus 2 equals 77. Guys, you could write it 2 plus 5n. That would be right also. 5n plus 2 equals 77. I think what I'll have you do first is go through and write them down, because I'd rather you just get them written down first and then go back and solve. So let's skip about 5 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll tell you what, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip about 5 lines, 6 lines, excuse me. And then you're just going to write them down. And you can write on the front. You can go over here to the second column and write, or on the back. Skip about 6 lines between each problem. Just write down the problem. If you have time, you can go back and solve. But write the problems out first. Okay. I hope you've understood what to do. And I'll do your best, and I'll see you tomorrow.